In this lesson, we're going to cover how to create thread features inside of Autodesk Inventor. The file that I have open is called thread.ipt, which is also saved in the Chapter 4 exercise folder. So let's start off from the Part Features panel. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Thread tool. And you'll notice the model that I have basically is a cylinder. So now inside of the thread dialog box, when I go back and it says face, I can move my cursor to the inside or to the outside, depending if I want internal or external threads. In this case, I also have the display in model checked, so I can actually see the preview. And the full length option is checked by default, so if it's full length, it doesn't matter if I select the left or the right side. If I uncheck full length, now the side that I select has a bearing on which side the thread is going to be placed. So in this case I'm going to select the front face, and for the length I will change that to 25. Right above this we have the flip. If I click on the flip is actually going to take the thread, and in this case it's actually going to the front of the part, and of course there is nothing there. So the flip is not taking it from the left to the right. It's actually mirroring it about the edge that I selected here. So if I go ahead and click OK, you'll see that the thread is appearing like a feature, just like a hole or a fillet would appear. I'm going to go back and I'm going to edit that feature. And from the Specifications tab, this is where you can go back and define specifically the thread type that it will be placed. So go ahead and select from the list if you need to change that. Then of course we can designate the size. And in this case it was a 50mm diameter cylinder, so Autodesk Inventor selected that by default. But you can go back and make a modification to that. Change the class or the designation, and the right hand or the left hand. Click OK, and the thread will change accordingly. The thread is being represented as a bitmap on the model itself, so it's not a true helical, and that's done for file size and for speed. If I go back and I edit that one more time, and if I go back to the Specifications tab, and if you select a thread that cannot be built, let's see what happens. We're going to get an error message telling you in this case that it's just an inappropriate thread size. Let's go back and edit that. And let's go back and select the correct size. We can also place a thread internally, like I said before. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's do full length. If I spin that around, we'll see that it goes through on every side. You can double check the specifications of that. And let's put it to 2.5. And go ahead and click OK. So now if I go ahead and create a drawing off that thread, what I want to show is that the thread annotation will be carried through. And let's go ahead and click on that base view, and let's project a view off to the side. So from the annotation panel, we're going to go down and we're going to click on the hole and thread notes. And let's zoom up tighter, make sure we're getting the right one. So now with these annotations, if I would change the model, these annotations will get updated as well. Going back to the part file, the information about the thread information can be altered from an Excel spreadsheet. And that information in the Excel spreadsheet is going to be located, just bring up Explorer here, under the Program Files, Autodesk Inventor 2008, under the Design Data folder. If I scroll on down, the spreadsheet is called thread.xls, and you can go back and open that spreadsheet and make modifications, either adding, deleting threads as you desire.